Hello, so before we step into the actual game, I just felt that we probably want to go through the user interface as well. So, as you can see, when you join the game, you don't see anything except for just the action of the game. Of course, currently we are on an empty server, just for my own amusement and general ease of mind. So, how to join the game, right? You have to hit escape, which will open up this menu here in the top. We'll also have available some other options like the controls and setup and library from the previous menu. And you also have some information about the server, and you have the options of calling votes and stuff. And also the server list is here for ease of access. But to join the actual game, you will be able to do so by tapping on join. And here we go. We have a very funky menu, which currently says us that we are on spectator, and we don't have any players on the server, and we have the map com tower, and we can see the objectives on the map and the map itself as well. So, what to do now? I guess we want to play the video game, right? So, here we have the list of classes we have available for both teams, 7 on each, and I recommend you to start off either with a soldier or a commander. If you want to die a lot, if you feel like you're gonna die a lot, you'll probably want to play as the soldier, because soldier has 3 lives and it will be a lot more painless in that sense. So, let's go with the basic idea of how to work with the system. So, here we have the list of different models we have available for the soldier class of the Imperials. So, just pick your favorite and roll with that. And then you will have this menu available to you, and you will want to click on the class configuration button, which we enabled in the previous tutorial, so check that out. Click on that thing and then set up your points. The game will probably suggest you to use this setup, and it's a fairly nice setup for a new player. You might want to adjust according to some preferences later on, but this should be very nice for you now. Unless you want to make a bit more lighter builds, like have a close combat training to make you move faster, and then have maximum armor. This is also a fairly good starter build. It will be even more simple, and you won't have the risk of killing your teammates with bad frag grenades either, so this is probably even better for you. So, once you're in the game, you'll have your character here, and you'll probably want to jump out of the first person if you happen to be in that one. And we can go through some really basic movement stuff now. So, as you can see, I can move around very freely, just like in any other game, and aiming is very simple as well. But there are some peculiarities that you will need to understand, such as the way the game handles accuracy. It's very funky. So, what you'll want to be doing when you want to shoot accurate, you will be walking like this, or crouching. It will give you maximum accuracy, and that will ensure that you'll be able to kill the people you want to at a fairly successful rate. But of course, sometimes there will be situations when you need to run, and when you do so, you will shoot a lot more inaccurate. But do note that when you run very close to an enemy, you can land fairly accurate shots there. So the spread isn't that bad. Besides that, there's not much to explore except for the grenade. You'll have 2 firing modes. You have the regular throw. Unlike some games, you will have to charge it fully to throw it far, and if you want to throw it short, you'll have to just tap once, like this. As you can see, grenades are pretty destructive in this game. You die from one good grenade. And there's the other firing mode, which is mainly used for stuns. This is really useful against Jedi and Sith especially, and also if you just feel like you're in a bind against maybe 1 or 2 gunners, you can always whip this out and throw it to the feet of your enemy, and he will fall down. And now that we've covered the basics of the game, let's move on to the actual game. Okay, so it's time for our first round of movie battles. We're in the map called Cloud City. It's a fairly big map where you have to bring Han Solo to the Millennium Falcon as the rebel team. So I'm moving up here, just going along my path, having a brief chat to a friend, carrying on. So I'm going to skip the bigger battles just to keep this a bit more clear to you guys. Okay, I'm running up. I'm beginning to hear some footsteps here. It was our friend, but he was running away, so... Oh yeah, and there's two set now. I'm walking because they have force push that can knock me down. And I don't want to get knocked down at this stage. Oh. Our opponent was fairly quick with his lightsaber, so I wasn't able to dodge his attack. But in general, I dealt some damage to him, so that was a good thing for me. Okay, those guys are now here, finally, and I'm able to take them down fairly quickly thanks to some team support, knocking one of them down, and the other one just was busy killing someone else with the lightsaber. Okay, and I was kind of careless there, didn't see the guy sniping.
Wait a minute, how did this happen? We're smarter than this.
So, now I skipped time forward, so we're on my last life. Here I'm using a grenade to stun some foes. I knocked one of them down, and as you can see I'm firing some suppressive fire towards the guy, so he won't have the guts to move at me. Okay, this guy just wasted a lot of force, wasted more force by trying to push me down, and that was his death because he ran out of force points to block my blaster fire. So, as you can see, what I'm doing here is still running around a lot now that I know that there's no Jedi around to push me down. So, always when you're in a gunfight, you should be running as much as you can and trying to do your best. Sadly, this time it wasn't enough, but I still think this was a good round as a prime example of what you can do in this game. And that's movie battles for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again in my future videos as well.